Franklin, it's the 22nd of August. I don't know. I heard you talking to someone on the phone just then. You're saying that you saw rebels going by. What do you think's going to happen?
I do not know what's going to happen. I think there is more resistance here than is perhaps claimed. If you look at the pattern that Gaddafi has used elsewhere, sometimes he allows the rebels to come in, as he did in Bregenz and Zawiya and Misrata, and then they will counterattack. Some people are speculating that here, but I can tell you two things. About an hour ago, 22 government vehicles filled with fighters, soldiers, passed the hotel here and went about 200 yards. In fact, I can't, I'd show you if I could. There's 5 buildings out here. And there, among those buildings, I'm afraid if I unplug this thing, because we have a cable now rather than Wi-Fi, I might lose connection.
Yeah, but, don't unplug it.
That'd be a mistake. Anyhow, they're out there. Other than that, the roads are very quiet, as they usually are. On the other hand, I was up on the 26th floor. I'm on the 18th, and I saw a convoy of rebel pickups, and with their new Libyan tricolor flags, inching toward Green Square, which is now called apparently Martyr Square. And of course I wondered, I thought, oh my God, what if they make a wrong turn and bump into the government forces? It's not clear. Your guy, the fellow in London, the Charge d'Affaires, who just spoke earlier, claiming without authority as far as I know, that Tripoli is 95% under rebel lockdown. I do not believe that is true. I think it's true that there are pockets of resistance are going on. Libya is a spread out city. I find it hard to believe that the rebels are in control of all of it. But of course the future we don't know. Many questions being asked here from hotel staff, visitors, kids in the neighborhood. A big one is, what happened to the Libyan army? Was there ever one? What about the 65,000 that Musa Ibrahim talked about last night? What about 2,000 of them? So that's a big question. Of course, it looks like 2 of the sons, Mohammed and Saif, are in custody. Big question about Gaddafi himself. People are scattering. I went down this morning to see the doctor here on the first floor, and the big picture of Gaddafi is gone. The 72 green flags that adorned the front of this hotel have disappeared overnight. People are shifting their allegiances quickly. Some of the same people who were cheering on Gaddafi are now cheering on the NTC, and maybe that's understandable given the nature of this society. And I don't mean in an Orientalist expression of them being childlike or simple, but when you have a dictator or a despot, I think it's not difficult to shift allegiances quickly. And that seems to be what's happening, Morris, that a lot of people are shifting their allegiance. Would they shift back if the regime somehow survived? My guess is that a lot of them would.
Well, I hope the next time we talk, you tell me that the loyalist forces have beaten all the rebels and beaten NATO.
Wow, that was just a big blast out here, which suggests to me that it might be NATO. NATO hasn't been bombing so much because, you know, in the alleys and streets of Tripoli, very difficult for them to usher in their rebels as they have done throughout this 6-month campaign. You know, it's one thing to blast in the desert. It's another thing in these narrow streets. So NATO is less effective here. There is a real question if the rebels are going to be up to this. Remember, they arrived here exhausted. They were not resisted.
Well, wait a minute. Wait 1 minute, Franklin. They came in fresh
Yeah.
from the sea in small boats. That's what I've heard. The rebels came in on small, fast boats from French and, British warships.
Well, I think there may have been some of that. We heard something about that, but I'm talking about the masses who poured in from Maya and Zabrata and Zawiya on the convoy of trucks, the ones you are seeing in the news. I'm referring to those. I wouldn't be surprised, if it's also true that some came in from the sea. But I'm on the sea. I've seen no sign of that where I am, but it could very well be true.
You're okay with your leg?
Sir?
Your leg is
Yeah, I mean, it hurts. It hurts. Yeah. I'm okay. It hurts, and I got to put it up. But at least we somehow miraculously got internet back out of the blue, which was a surprise.